Now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
African hip-hop blog podcast.
Easy play kay both African hip hop blog handy.
Yes, y'all. Welcome back to the African hip hop blog podcast. It's your boy Phil Chad, aka Flint Floss, the big boss, baby. I'm pretty sure you know the rest by now. Beaming to you live from an undisclosed location in the heart of the motherland that is Africa. Once again, we've got an incredible show for you lined up this week. A lot of news, a lot of music. And we just sit back, turn the volume up, and enjoy some of the best African hip-hop from across the continent. So first things first, it's something I need to address. Last week on the podcast, I dropped the interview with AHHB. And we also dropped a video with just a short snippet of the full interview. And in fact, the full 40-minute interview is going to be part of our documentary, but we released about 20 minutes of that on the podcast last week. And sadly, a lot of people are taking what was said out of context. A lot of people are twisting his words. A lot of people are even twisting what he was doing. I saw some irresponsible journalism earlier today insinuating that Jabba was high and smoking a blunt during that interview. It was not a blunt, it was a cigarette. And if you listen to the full interview, you'll realize Jabba was not even angry. He was just very passionate about getting his point across about people being disrespectful and not throwing some respect on his name, to quote Birdman. And outside of that, we had an incredible conversation discussing about how happy he is now that he's out of rehab, how happy he is about the outlook of his career and his plans for the future. So please, don't get it twisted. Jabba was not angry. Jabba was not frustrated. He was just passionate about that specific subject, but we had a whole other conversation with so much more. So guys, please listen to the full interview and get the full context. And don't let these lazy journalists fool you. Also in the news, Lil Cash recently announced that his contract with Olamide's YNBL label has expired, and he'll be starting his own label, Yagi Records. What he did reveal, though, was the details of this deal. So he's still going to be signed to Olamide's label, who will manage him, but he will have his own label, and he will be bringing up new artists. And the guys over at Pulse Nigeria, they did an interview with Lil Cash. They also have a podcast called Loose Talk. And Osagi basically broke down the structure of the deal and what Olamide's mentality is, which is basically find a new act, teach him how to run his business, teach him how to run his brand, and then let him do his own thing so he can find more acts. And I gotta say, I gotta applaud that, especially in hip-hop where so many artists who end up running labels find it so difficult to allow that the artists that they've signed to shine. Olamide has created an incredible template where artists can come up, learn from him, and go and basically pay it forward. And it's something you don't see that often, and I've got to commend him for that. So shout out to Olamide. All the best to Lil Cash. And we just want to see African hip-hop continue to grow. So this is the way to do it, and I got to respect that. Also in the news, Cassper Nyovest dropped a surprise release on Friday called Skelem. And woo! Guys, this has to be one of the best lyrical performances I've heard from Casper since the Steve Kekana remix. And Dog Shebeleza, he was dropping bars. The wordplay was on point. Sadly, there are a few points where he went off beat. But hey, I think it's something you have to accept. When Casper's rapping in English, he's gonna stagger off beat once in a while. But besides that, this is a banger. It's not gonna get played on radio, but it's gonna appease the hip-hop heads like myself. So let's get straight into it. Let's play Cassper Nyovest, Skelem.
Yeah. I wrote the shit on the road, agreed to drop it just on one condition. I'ma need some dom and a lot of women. Couldn't give me a call, you just ran to Twitter. Man, I don't get involved with those kind of niggas. The game is getting sour on the day though. They even got awards on the payroll. bitches putting niggas on the yayo. Still the biggest, so I'm guessing it's okay, yo. I'm just really getting tired of the fake shit. I'm dead, I kept the niggas that I came with. Big shout out to Tilly boy, we made it. Man, just make sure we don't forget the basics, cause we started in my batu kya hopola na le capo reja makunyaga acha now with sushi for a starter. Woo! Hoodie like a schema but my naga woo! Vandaag get started to khut my naga plaga. I get spy, I get spy. If I fuck, I didn't sign a bunkan, I get a lead divide. I get spy, I get spy. I get the latele that josi hacking on your couch, you know story. I get spy, I get spy. The hostakas, every chest at the bar. I get spy, I get spy. Hit clever, I get spy, I get spy. Hit clever. And coming up is like hell, so many stories to tell. So many niggas I looked up to fucked around and he fell. This game is mad unpredictable and they quick to forget. I remember this one time I took a picture with Les. This other girl dissed me about it, hurt my ego, I don't really blame her. She said I look like a groupie because I wasn't famous. Laughed at me for saying I'm the same if I wasn't greater. No disrespect to the homie, but look what happened later. 20,000 people and we wavy. I be feeling arrogant lately. Long as kids sweating just like a couple of crap and I get fast baka dula baka haba ke pusha ke tabala. So tuna mbafana baka salutas mahata bata maneuver without a problem. Rapunya di pata pata ke roka how come force ke poka kana wa bota matsopa wa be wa bota ke sopa ke tla le sotla wa tola gore wa bota gopola o tshaba botsa le zuka e gana go tswa matona a phala boro. No the boy is too ill, I could do this in my sleep. Nka go tesa le D. Yeah, I get spy.
You know when the air horn goes off, real bars are being dropped. Woohoo! Shout out to Cassper Nyovest. That is Skellum doing major damage on that joint. Speaking of Cassper Nyovest, Noisy were in South Africa recently and they did a documentary about the rise of hip-hop in South Africa and Johannesburg. And one of the subjects of the documentary was Cassper Nyovest. Well, I have some thoughts about this documentary, which I'll share on African AHHB. By the time this podcast goes up, that post will be there. So head on over to African Hip Hop blog and see what I was talking about. But basically, to sum it up, the issues I had with that documentary were that they didn't even begin to cover the length and breadth of the hip hop movement in South Africa right now. They left out so many issues. So many relevant points regarding the origins, the influences, and how Cassper Nyovest is able to perform to a crowd of 15,000 people at Major League Gardens. So head on over to African Hip Hop blog to read the full story as I break down the issues that I have with the documentary. Though it's great to have South African hip hop on such a massive platform, we've got to make sure that the story is told the right way. Also in that documentary was my boy Ricky Rick, who had a short cameo role. They also spoke to him about what it means to the music they make and how it appeals to some of the kids in the hood. And here's one of the songs that I'm sure everyone who's a fan of Ricky is bumping. I've been bumping it ever since it dropped. This is Silicodin. Ricky Rick killed it once again.
This is cocaine.
Tavele chingwedin, tavele slamba boy, sidila snamba boy. When una manga boy, nyambona nikoga mafake. When una manga boy, nyambona nikoga mafake. Don't worry about me, my nigga. I'm rockin' Gucci, my nigga. Don't ask me the price, my nigga. I got it for free, my nigga. The jacket must be, my nigga. Sidukadi, my nigga. Don't follow me, my nigga. I'm living my dream, my nigga. Nigga, we killing this show. My nigga filled up the dough. Then we Carry them borders some home. We are the best and they know. Nigga, you need you alone. Nigga, I'll give you a loan. After that, leave me alone. I told my niggas we own. Gwatin, Tafele chin gwatin, Tafele slamba boy, Sijila snamba boy. When una manga boy, Nyambona nikoga ma fake. When una manga boy, Nyambona nikoga ma fake. Sijukatin, 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 Sijukatin.
Ooh, Ricky Rick has mastered the art of making these catchy songs that'll just get played in the club and bump through your speakers all summer long. So shout out to him. Speaking of Tweezy and stuff he's produced, as I record this podcast, AKA recently just completed a rant against Tweezy and how he feels that he's very inconsistent with how he addresses him. Apparently Tweezy blocked AKA on Twitter, but he just dropped a video interview with the Hip Hop Galaxy South Africa where he's doing nothing but praise AKA and their song All Eyes on Me. During this debate, it also came to AKA's attention that Tweezy has what some might term questionable songwrite and songwrite crediting abilities. This obviously based off the debacle that was Day One, which EJ released with Youngster 2 months ago, but then was sold to AKA and Questa. According to AKA, Tweezy gave him the song and the concept, and then AKA then suggested that no, this is actually a better song and a better fit for Questa, and that's how it ended up on Questa's album. Questa and AKA recently had the Day One launch in Soweto this weekend at Zone 6. So shout out to everyone that was there. If you were there, give us a tweet. Let us know how it was. Well, my issues with Tweezy have been well documented on the blog. I just don't understand how, as a beat maker, we're trying to branch out into production, because there's a difference between making a beat and producing a song. And I feel a lot of people don't seem to understand this. If you make a beat and you give it to an artist, and an artist goes off to their own studio, records it and tweaks stuff around, then you just made the beat, they wrote the song, and they worked with the producer. From the stories that we've been told, especially with regards to the stuff he's done with AKA, Tweezy was a beat maker who then sent the song to AKA, and it was produced by AKA, Master A Flat, JR, PH Raw, and the rest of the team. And this is also the bone of contention when Tweezy had his rant about how he didn't get any backstage access to the Metro Awards and had to buy a ticket to be in the crowd. That's just how the industry works. Like, if you want to be treated as a quote-unquote artist/songwriter, you've got to present yourself that way, and you've got to up your PR game. So, we look to see how this issue develops. But I, for one, have been slightly put off by Tweezy's behavior as of late. He knows how to make them beats, though. In other news, the summers are coming up this weekend. And just as a recap, those nominated in the Best Rap Album category are MT for his album Avery, Kid X for his surprise nomination for his mixtape 3/4 Pace, Deleuze for North God, Ricky Rick for Family Values, and Zakwe for Impande. So I actually had an interview with Kid X a few months back, and I totally forgotten that I had this. So I think now's a better time than ever to drop it. And we spoke about, for one, 3/4 Pace, and it just dropped, and his decision to drop it when he did, and also the MTV Hottest MCs list. He had some choice words for that as well. So let's cut over to hear what Kid X had to say about his now summer nominated project, 3/4 Pace.
African hip hop blog.
Well, for me, you know, I'd been working on music throughout the entire year, so I felt like after something happened in my life, I actually reevaluated everything. I went back to the studio, I listened to everything I'd done, and I sort of felt like, well, I can do so much better than this. So I decided, instead of scrapping all the tracks, let me put everything together and just put it out on my birthday as a surprise to the fans, you know, who've been waiting the entire year to hear a project from me. So decided, let me put it out on my birthday. But obviously, like with selection, I didn't just take random songs that I had lying around, you know. Everything was sort of strategized, and then, yeah, put it out.
What's the response been so far?
The response is fucking crazy, man. I didn't even expect it to be that crazy, you know. I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. People are loving the song, and for me, what I appreciate most is that, you know, you've got all sorts of crowds just meeting on the project. Like, there's people who just fuck with the one Kwaito song. There's people who just like the one song where I'm singing, and so forth. So for me, that's, I mean, that just shows that we grow in the market and we, you know, expanding the fan base.
You just dropped a video yesterday?
Yes, sir.
Tell us about that.
I dropped the video on Friday. It actually debuted on Turn Up. It's on YouTube by now. 3/4 also on iTunes by now. And, you know, I mean, for me, the video, the reason we went with that particular single is because at this time of the year, you know, it's a December song, and we just need to obviously take advantage of that. That's what people want to hear. We can't exactly be putting out like a conscious single at this time of the year. So we just decided, let's shoot a video that's going to fully capture what is going on in the song. And yeah, man, people are loving it. So yeah, check it out.
MTV just dropped their list. You're number 8.
What is your feeling about that list?
I still think it's trash. Like, man, I'm not happy with where I am, but I actually realize that with any list, not everyone's going to be too happy. I wasn't even happy about last year's list, so it is what it is. Stay tuned. Album coming out next year, you know, early in the year, first quarter of the year. It's called Thank the King. You guys are going to love it.
African hip-hop blog.
There we go. That was my interview with Kid X. And let's get straight into the music. This is Fire Drill, taken off the 3/4 Pace mixtape, featuring Ginger Trill.
Yeah. They say I should loosen my grip, I'm going too hard, so I switch to the flows, but you know how it goes. Before long, they gon' tell me you're flowing too hard, going a bit too deep. They can't fathom how I purposefully space bar, just to let the rhyme miss the beat. You nothing but a novice to me. They still try question the fees next to be in line, be everything he's promised to be. Well, plenty bodies on sight, one body, two body, nobody in sight. I could rap circles around these little rap circles, but homeboy, I won't be a part of your site, cause the flows is prepaid, tailor-made for an unknown release date. Just take my word, nothing on the piece of paper, cause once the gun's low, just know I don't have step. Take one more, adios, you meet Jamaica, gone. 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 Back in my element, they can't really fuck with this. Who knew that new Kid X had apocalypse? Fans at my shows wanna know when I'm gonna drop a disc. I tell them I'm inspired, I'm just not convinced that they gon' pick up my vibe, let alone stop to listen. Make sense of it though when I knock them senses. I go over heads, yeah, strictly business when I hop on tracks with you niggas. Just can't rap with you niggas. I kill you on tracks, you go back, we write raps on the nigga. That's cold, but I'm dashed to your liquor. I'm here to turn down your sound, put an end to your flicker. I'll pick out a box, they touch you with makeup, let you dig the hole, you can't run through the papers. See, I got it all scripted, but lately I've been going off the top, think I might have lost interest. If only I could hit the lights, snap a finger, cut the power off, where's the mic? Put it to my chest, hear my heart beat. I got a lot of stress, just a little hard to read. A little hard to read.
I spit it like nobody listen. Just in case you big in this, wanna throw shade, I've been a king, man, I'm in this bitch. Get bent, it got so deep, I have a man wondering who can. Cold flow bars, no holds barred. I'm so charged. Look, no hands, no hold bars. Bluetooth style, I'm flossing, saucing. I showboat, so Coast Guard. I go so hard, low key, hold green cash. Don't hold cards, keep stash off the books. I don't show SARS. King pulled an ace out his sleeve. Don't yo cards. Oh, so control your broad. Niggas kept the file, don't niggas go expose your fraud. I low walk bars, nigga, know your guard.
Kid X, Ginger Trill with Fire Drill. And yep, someone better call the fire marshal because those bombs are flaming. No? Okay, cool. Also, the day that I managed to interview Kid X, this was at Cool Out, by the way, I also got a chance to speak to Mr. Beef, who's dropped a couple of impressive joints. Most notably, he's been on tracks with Reason. He's on Reason's latest album. I was looking for a quote-unquote safe song to play from Mr. Beef because ever since SoundCloud signed these new deals with record labels, everything is getting taken down. Even songs that we get sent by artists are getting taken down. So I don't want to take any risks and get this episode taken off the website. But the only song that I could find that is quote-unquote safe to play was his contribution to the 16 for 16s track that dropped a few years ago from Toomey. And since we're about to enter June, and June 16 is coming up, I thought it's a fitting track to play, just to remind us of what we can be thankful for and what we need to celebrate in June. And also a good taste of Mr. Beef's talents. So let's get straight into it. This is the 16 for 16s. By Toomey and a whole heap of artists that dropped about 3 years ago. Mr. Beef is the third verse. When you hear his voice, you'll know it's him. So we're going to play the interview, then we're going to play the track. Let's go.
African hip hop blog.
Yo, my name is Mr. Beef. Straight from Spooky and representing Val. I've been in the game. Okay, let me put it like this. I've been listening to music since 94. Started writing raps 98. Started switching into vernac 99. That means my mother tongue, Zulu, Sutu, I can rap either way. My first big break was a track called Dollar Crazy. I did it back in 2000 or 2001 or so, back with Kato and the other guy from back in the Val called Delagofa. That was a big break for me because the song got an airplay on Fresh in the morning. YFM. Project is not really about projects, you know, it's about dropping tracks now, you know what I'm saying? That's exactly what I'm trying to do. So now I'm on the pipeline working, like trying to drop a track. It's me, Questa, and Blacklist. That's a track actually I'm trying to drop next year, Feb. It's called Don't Quit. Nothing but song features. You know, I got a lot of tracks, but as I said, you know, I just gotta drop this one track, which I'm trying to make it a grand entrance for the Mr. Beef that you are about to know. I'm on Reasons. I'm on the intro, and I don't know what track number it is, but I'm on the other track called Hola, which we're gonna perform, me and my boy Reason. No? Yeah, man. Thank you, dog.
African hip hop blog.
Months deep, she's pregnant, can't avoid feeling kicks in her. This one for definite's a boy. She rubs her belly, turns on her black and white telly. Newsreader clearly talks her through a scary insert about how things were elsewhere. Bins burst in flames and sent all hell there. Then worse, little boys shot in their backs. She watched the footage of this couplet attack. Look down at this infant in her womb. Apologize for this world she bring him into. Then she looked up, said a prayer. Dear God, hope I raise a warrior prepared to throw there. But instead of a bullet to the head, I hope he pull a syllable instead. Enough said. A month later, I was born in the morning. Before long, I wrote a strong song, and now I'm gone.
They love you when you say no. South Africa belongs to all who live in it, black and white. Well, fine, we all agree to that. But you must leave it there. You must not go on it. Because once you say South Africa belongs to all who live in black and white, and we must share in the countries where we are. We thought you were different from Malema, and you are the same. They never had a problem with President Mugabe. Up until President Mugabe said Lancaster resolutions and the land. Don't you think you have served too long?
Mashuma nesithandathe micingatico kwembumbulu somfamafule yena sathothika somntana untsunde kaske nyangujuni nale minye enhlungu inzulu ingenolibaleka qhuma irhuluwi ngalo yomthetho isoluleka kuzisidumbu kuza umntu kwamfombo ubomi buchitheke sazama ubaleka umntana esikolo khonda yosimela ukufa okanye amapolisa ekuzingela lena indlela yokuthi kudala bembethelela umntu omnyama konyana kasomanje soyama ngomnqamlezo kodwa aphinda avuke futhi ezilwela ke banethemba lophumelelela boba sifela mfune nangona abanye bethu besulisela isikela bathe pitizi impahla imbala nogcwala indawo zosela sekucinga amacabasa sinceda ubuyisela umhlaba kuthi kanti futhi imhlaba ibona isabahluphi into okhalela igamba lolutshela bulewela usimela umlungekulela usithela ngomandela ye
Ricky buwele nakusantsane kuthotse chance never ke thole fela mona satana thotse chance maka iphile matla legata ke le hlobisang ha government e hobile le tsatsi ska produitswana manja a ile bo hexal bo stompinya twana tsa no di west bo thabetha go nkofisale speech se modify way di remix o shebe diskabata ga di sebele polika rata malema bophelo ba tender bophelo ba dinabagal mention ibenza e jwalo daide o vota want to sakane se ke hateletswe le buta ya want to sakane skama hotman le ntwana tsa usane tse tota le bagolo ba yona ba khale ba tota le dikukuta kasi ka mane tse ipushang le manka pa mang a utlwa
Hey, the sun's shining, it's a new day. I might grinding and the mood change. You might find me amongst a few greats. I might start up on a new page. A rough diamond about to lose shape, got renewed faith. Who could ever predict that the youth of 76 would ever exist? Unless today's youth is better equipped. We treasure the gift of freedom, and in our minds you'll never extinct. I had big dreams, I could never resist the challenge. I just needed a sense of balance. Back when mommy had to instill some manners, way before the hits and cameras. This the canvas, ain't thought I'd see a new day this soon. That's something to smile about, cause now we grace covers of the hype mags. You dig issue, add sums in my account, and I'm out.
Come quick, Jesus, shit's heaped and it's deep when some kids scream. Demon with feeling, a mid-teen like 15 or 16, kinda sickly, tight chest wheezing, quite clean, trying to slip free of the grip, weaving baguettes, beaten by the whip, easily ripping even his best jean designed to let, bleeding in pain, teach him to keep peace and idleness, but even with him, speech is the key to breach the widen gap, restricting and crippling his fit leaders. This shit's mean, but just seems to get meaner. We fixing the system to mislead us. On big screens, we flick see their big egos. So enter for the hectares of this era. The merry-go has shifted and it's clear. Those who wear the gold have switched teams. It's still that scenario, and I'm just speaking of this year. Yes, sir. Said it's still that scenario, and I'm just speaking of this year. Yes, sir. Said it's still that scenario, and I'm just speaking of this. Yeah, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
I wish you fully comprehended what it took for me to get this far. But I'm here now, the future is ours, and the bars that I come up with can set a prisoner free from out the shackles that he's stuck with. I write what I like and don't bother to water a dime. The industry became a big circus, so when I'm walking around, I'm seeing all type of looking weirdos. But who am I to judge? Do you think, clown? Don't be acting all surprised when they say that I'm complex, cause me teaching on the mic is nonsense. That is old school to the new kids. They never say much, but on Twitter they chitter with loose lips. Greetings to the models who I'm on. The freedom killing us is the one that you died for. It'll make you wanna cry more, but for a daughter and a wife, that's what I'll strive for.
We have a large number of Africans who are educated and who are taking part in the political struggles of the African people. The question of education has nothing to do with the question of the vote. On numerous occasions, it has been proven in history that people can enjoy...
Yes, there we go. That was the 16 for 16. Presented by Toomey and Motif Records back in 2012. So the rappers in order of appearance, for those of you that weren't sure, first was Zubs, followed by Kanye. Third was Mr. Beef. The fourth was Kid X, Lebo Muchudi, then 13. And in the background is 10 Diamond.
Thinking how they viewing you, really realizing they're as scared as even me and you. Reasons may be different, but the feeling is...
So now a little change of pace. Cameroon's biggest rap star, biggest rap exports, Stanley Enow, who won Best New Act at the MTV Mamas back in 2014, just linked up with AKA on a song titled Bounce that also has Loco on the hook. And it looks like it's set to be a pretty big song across the continent. So let's give that a listen right now.
Live it loud, live it big, live it like a little child.
Yo, all eyes on me. Motherland black magic jazz on me. The Bacala people, them they check it with me. Cameroon 237 lanes on me. Whoa, I leave that petty rapper them for back house. Stuck in Yaoundé, they think it's first class. CVA know you said you didn't hear me. Itanti Momanyang, running Josie. Run Josie, Nima Nima Kenga. Bayangi, godly flow from heaven and show you Pepe. Positive rebel, come on from Bafut Sam with the best, now we did. Them ducks in a flash, it's a fry pan. When they see me, they bow, nigga wash hand. I be carrying sa santan. Pay my goddamn dues, this is my time.
Yeah. When you see me get down, yeah. When you see me bow down, yeah. When you see me bow down, yeah. Cause I'm better than you. I'm better than you. You know I'm getting high. I'm in the sky.
Yeah. Mega. Kush clouds at the endo. Top down, got me feeling like Simdo. Swerve in the benzo. Joe Bird, fuck the world like a nympho. Smash hits by the truckload. Bad chick on my arm and a squad full of cutthroats. Every award show, I'm in the front row. As far as awards go, I do the utmost. One time for the legend. Fella said the music is a weapon. Now you tongue tied in my presence. Everything I do is truly epic. Lights, camera, action. First class flight, I'm relaxing. Seat back, sipping on champagne. Super mega, I'm established. About to send the Uber to your ass.
When you see me get down, yeah. When you see me get down, yeah. When you see me bow down, yeah. When you see me bow down, yeah. Cause I'm better than you. I'm better than you. You know I'm getting high. I'm in the sky. Yeah.
Hold up. Wait. Boy, them one die for my cake. Shorty one mother for a dead. See them walking on my streets like na pay day. Oh yeah, I be blowing hate. Oh yeah, selling out shows. Oh yeah, man of the year. I see you hustling to get there. You know that I'm already there. I'm the man of the year. You said you know I don't play. I be blowing big stakes back in my place. Eating bush meat up in my face. Popping my motherland of rose.
Popping my rose, chilling with the King Kong Stanley. Like the best. Dans les groupes WhatsApp. When you see me get down, yeah. When you see me get down,
That was Bounce by Stanley Enow and AKA featuring Loco on the hook. Now we cross over to Kenya with Joe Makini and AKA for Don't Bother.
Kwenye maplaylist nasikia mna ndugu na hawa journalist na vipi kuhusu hizi beef za kule na huko sijui kuhusu beef chief mimi nafuga kuku wapi nani lini who when why who am I maswali kispy una wifi sina chief mimi niko na wife unaandikiwa na niki sijui hiyo kalamu jomba naandikia biki unatoa nyimbo nyingi sikumbuki kutoa nyimbo mimi natoaga hit eti who am I tabasamu juni meza ya mabrada Toto mbili tatu kutia ladha Don't bother Daraja mbili ngalelo Daraja hili adani masora Don't bother Daraja mbili ngalelo Daraja hili adani masora
Socer. I tell them niggas don't bother. I be in the East Coast getting more saga. I be in the land of my forefathers. In the club spend the rands on the gold bottles. Yeah, I'm with Joey in the squad. Tweezy, make a start. I be going hard. Ain't it funny how these niggas used to hate? Now I'm 777, got ugali on my plate. Basi sikelela, Mungu ibariki. Spit it acapella, speed it kusaka hella. Keep it super mega. Long way if I drop the top shaela. Pega. Cover the combo. Jake HB, that's my stronghold.
Don't bother. Tabasamu juni meza ya mabrada. Don't bother. Toto mbili tatu kutia ladha. Don't bother. Daraja mbili ngalelo. Daraja hili adani masora. Don't bother. Daraja mbili ngalelo. Daraja hili adani masora. Don't bother. Si lazim singi pale shamba uskai kire. Nanunua shamba heka na tektare mchaga na mpare uchungu na ela ndo jadi you can't separate check tare ID uliobale maisha kuwa mtu mzima tena wezi omba de watu watakusaga kama gomba de RP lalbade sinoni daraja be kimya siweni loser get it naleta gere ndo gere nazidi bamba gere weni mbuzi takula kwa urefu wa kamba gere tulizipanga juu tulisanda kutumia na kiringiringi ni kukata ringiringi shilingi ziwe mingi kwenye matumizi huna wana siwe dingi mina tengeneza waleta mboyoyo mingi
Go with the winners. Play your position, don't get too comfortable with us. Realest of niggas are what I see in the mirror. Business is business, I'm getting bigger and bigger. Oh no.
Tabasamu juni meza ya mabrada. Don't bother.
Joe Makini, AKA Don't Bother. Kenya meets South Africa. What a jam, what a jam. Let's now take it all the way to Ghana with my boy C Real, who got Sarkodie to feature on his joint Boss.
Now I'm back in the zone, rattling raps and I'm packing the flow, grappling facts with my acting control. I feel that they never respect on my soul. Now respect me, I'm dope and I'm bad to the bone. Into these lyricists, moving the weight through the air like a physicist, stacking these blocks to the top like a pyramid. If I conceive it, I'm birthing it, period. Why they compare me to others, I'm curious, cause I'm impeccably skilled and I'm furious. Vivid delivery, what you did figure be. Show me your first that I killed with synergy. Took off the gloves and I'm putting my all in it. Pick up the phone and call up it, department. This success is here in reality. Haters are gonna have to deal with the tragedy. Gravity holding me down, don't be surprised. Once I'm alive, hip hop still go they rise. Tell by the focus and dim in my eyes. I'm the truth to this game, y'all been living with lies. So please decide, this is a test. Who are the kings and who are the rest? I'm beating it up and I ain't talking sex. I've been making more dough but I'm spending it less. I'm saving this game like I'm saving my checks. Police on these beats and I'm making the rest. The reaper they speak of, so no need for threats. Am I killing this game or the answer is yes? I am a boss, so I know they gon' say what you talk, oh. When you there, when I they hustle and when I they fight just to get to the top, oh. Hey, you get your opinions and me, I get on my millions. So please, make you they listen and make you they watch as I get to the top, oh. Also, when I'm cruising these streets cause I'm killing these beats, all I'm hearing them say is when these ladies are calling, but money comes first cause I'll always be known as the. When I'm cruising these streets cause I'm killing these beats, all I'm hearing them say is when these ladies are calling, but money comes first cause I'm trying to stay fly as a. I took off from rap, I just came back from rehab. Please tell me how many rappers do we have? Got my degree and my master's in key rap. Dropping some bombs like Nick and A-Rap. Want my men days to spark up some chaos. Jamming street dudes, don't wait for me to pay yours. Boys they work here just to match up my status. But many sides, I just chose to be famous. Of course this Nick, they copied my swagger. Don't wanna diss, I can laugh for my brother. When I'm touching me, both shows for Nevada. So start counting the steps you on the ladder. Damn, and tum tiyami here sasu. Boys they keep me moja cause men kataso. Dog give me flow, but you can't knock the hustle. Painting me future, Picasso. My men share with the difference between bars, cause you know sometimes it seems boys say the punch and it be quite extreme. Of course I can do it for people to scream, but I break down my lyrics so you can relate. I am the best, no need to debate. My swagger you the pain, I can contain the hate. No need to brag, my CV be straight. I still got the masses appeal. You can see the passion is real. And you already know who the deal. Fan of my soul, but I respect you real.
I am a boss, so I know they concern what you talk for. Where you there?
Boss, See Real featuring Socer there. Produced by Mike Mill. Great song, great song. Back to South Africa. I sat down with a rapper slash producer slash vocalist named BK. And she's been in the game for a minute. And she's prepping for the release of her debut album and EP. So we spoke to her just to get a brief outline of who she is as an artist, what she's been doing in the music industry, and what her plans are for upcoming projects.
African hip hop blog.
Alright, what's your name?
I'm BK. No, I'm joking. My name is BK, born in Joburg, raised in Joburg, born to a sound engineer dad and a Sutu pop singer mom. Grew up in this whole music thing, took it for granted for a long time in my life, and I thought I was going to be a vet because I love animals, I love dogs. And then, I became an artist, a musician, rapper, singer, everything. And in my journeys, I've actually worked with very interesting people. I've worked with, it started off on a house thing where I worked with Shimza and Revolution and DJ Dosline and, DJ Cuba, Kid Funk. And then I started working with Reason. I was on his album. And then I did something with VG. And then afterwards I did something with Envy featuring Black Legs. I'm currently working on something with Les for my own stuff, my mixtape. And I'm dropping an EP and a mixtape, I said that. Yeah, that's BK. I'm weird, I'm crazy, I'm rude. I am not censored, so I say what I want, when I want, however I want, in my songs, that is. And don't expect me to be a role model, because I smoke. I'm joking.
So when did you start rapping?
I started rapping in 2014, like actively pursuing it as my own thing. But I used to rap in high school. And because I've got a history of making beats, by the way, I make beats, guys. Like, ask anybody. People know this. Well, the old school people know this. Not the new guys, but your Mr. Tabbies, your Reasons, your Instros, all of those cats, Meezy from Hype, all those guys know that. But yeah, anyway, when I used to still make beats back then, I used to write closet rapper stuff. You write, you hear it, whatever. Being exposed to a lot of hip-hop, in a way, has also contributed to my skill. Then I started in 2014 properly, like pursuing it properly till now. And things have actually, they move very fast, like incredibly fast, crazy fast. And it's amazing. It's a joyride. I love it. Yeah.
So what's your production process like?
The production process, I produce with my brothers. I've got my own TDE. Yes, called Red House. My two brothers, the one raps, Manai Man, the other one makes the beats track. So me and Track will make the track, a beat. He'll make the beat, I'll hear it, and then if I vibe with it, I'll start writing immediately. Then we take a break because we record from home, we eat, run errands. Then later on, when the house is quiet, there's no dogs barking or anything, then we record. Then he mixes, masters, we send it through, the label approves, doesn't approve. If they like it, it's a go. If they don't, I put it into my mixtape. So all my mixtape stuff is all the stuff that's not going into my EP. It's all reject stuff, but it's good rejects, very good rejects. Yeah.
Just a word that.
Okay.
I'm just saying, just for future reference. You don't want to make people think you're buying rejects. Why did you decide to go from production to rhyming?
I went from production to rhyming because even during the production process, I was already being incorporated into, singing and stuff. I was getting asked for features. I was doing backing vocals as well, just as a freelance extra money stuff. So I was doing backing vocals. I backed for Notende at some point. I worked with Max Hober. I was doing a lot of stage things, a lot of session musician things as well. So it was only natural for me to go from being the person sitting there pressing the buttons to being the person behind the mic, being pressed the buttons for. Yeah, and it was just a natural thing. And then with hip-hop, because I was a hip-hop producer, I was exposed to so much hip-hop, and I've always been a closet rapper. It was only natural that I now get into rap. And the timing was perfect.
So you said you're working on a mixtape and an EP?
Yes, I am. I'm working on a mixtape and an EP. In fact, I was working on the mixtape first. And then the EP is recent things. But yeah, I'd already started working on my mixtape in December already, and I'm almost finished.
Okay. So what can people expect from those projects?
From the mixtape, they can expect a bit more depth because it's a lot more work. So they get to really figure out, what's with this chick. Like, who is she? What is she about? What is her style exactly? Because that's the question I've been asking. A lot of people are like, what is your sound? And I'm like, well, right now at the moment I'm experimenting with a lot of sounds, but I am a person who likes popular music and popular sounds and things that touch my heart, So you'll find a roller coaster of things. You'll find new age kwaito, you'll find trap, you'll find a bit of trap soul, you'll find a bit of mushy R&B stuff because I do have that emotional side. Yeah, you find some crazy stuff that I say, some really crazy BS. Yeah. And then for the EP, obviously with the EP, it's more for commercial appeal. So you'll find more, commercially appealing songs, things that will make people dance, things for radio, things for the buyers. Yeah.
I got a question. I'm just interested, man. Like, because you're on Reason's latest album.
Yeah.
And y'all been homies forever.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I'm sure, I'm not sure, but I'd imagine that you guys, every other time when you meet, you're like, yo, we need to do a song. So what did it take to finally, get over to Instro Studio and be like, yo,
that's the funny
get
thing.
on that mic, you.
That's the funny thing, though. Every time we've had a get together as friends, as a collective, the whole group, we never really talk music. We don't talk the industry. We don't talk any. So there's never really been that talk.
All right.
And how with Reason's album, how things happened, I just feel a little very sneaky because Instro calls me and he's like, yo, B, there's a song I wanted to do with so and so. So now so-and-so is taking too long with it, and stuff like that. And besides, I'm feeling like maybe, you can kill it better, whatever. So don't you want to come in and just see maybe if you vibe it or whatever? And I'm like, okay, cool, yo. Because Instro and I have always had that kind of relationship where it's like, yo, man, I need help with this or whatever. So I go in and we do the song. And Reason's like, yo, I love it. This is so dope. I love it. Okay, listen, BK, do you mind actually doing an entire verse instead of doing the hook? Because I was initially supposed to go there and do the hook.
And they gave you that crack on the free crack.
Yeah.
Like, do you want this? And then they give you yeah.
So I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, what would it hurt? I've got nothing to lose. Yeah, cool, let's do it, Right. And then, we did the one song, the mantra. And then with the other one, I just wasn't comfortable doing a rap verse at that time. I thought for me it was just a bit too much pressure because from 2014 to now, there's been a lot of second guessing. There's been a lot of, I don't want to come across as a wannabe. I don't want to come across as somebody who's following the trend. I don't want to come across as, oh, it's another girl. Oh my God, you know. So there was a lot of that where I wanted, before I can actually, you know, get into studio with somebody like Reason, you know, be solid within myself and be confident within myself about my work and know that, okay, cool, I'm the shit. You know. But around that time, I was still very insecure, and I was like, no, actually, I'll pass. I'll pass. Because at that time, any negative criticism really hit home at that point, you know. So I was like, I don't want to go there. And Reason tells me, nah, your verse is dope, but no, that would hit home. So I was like, it's cool. It's fine. I'll just do the hook, and then I'm still alive. We'll still do more songs. Yeah.
And now, how do you reconcile like your life, like your spiritual practice, with the music? Is there? Do you ever feel torn?
No, that's the crazy part. No, I don't because I always feel like the same energies that have allowed for me to have this talent and have this want to answer and pursue this particular calling, you know, it wouldn't clash because they're the ones who put it in me, you know. And I mean, they were past people, they lived, right? They had dreams and aspirations and stuff like that, and you know.
You mentioned that you know both your mother and father were into music. Why do you think like you took it for granted? Or in what way did you take it for granted?
I took it for granted in the sense that it was the last thing that I wanted to do. It was the last thing that I wanted to get into. It's like if you grow up in a household full of doctors, and there's doctors everywhere, there's surgeons, there's you know, dermatologists or whatever. You being the kid, it's there. You know, if you wanted to get it, you can do it, but you choose, I don't want to do that. I want to do something else, you know. And for me, music has always been growing up, it was a negative thing for me because it always took my parents away from the house. So my mom would always be on a little tour to Mozambique or wherever on some big cultural what. And my dad was forever in studio, like forever, you know. So for me as a kid, I looked at it as a negative thing, like this takes you away from your family, and you know. It was only later in life that I changed my mind, and this was also through process, you know, where I was like, I admire my dad for what he does. Actually, I think I want to do what my dad does. Then I studied that, and then I worked as that. Then I was like, this is nice. The production side of things. Then I started producing. Then gradually everything just went from this to that, to that, to that, to that, to that, to that. I mean, even now, I don't think my journey is done as an artist. You know, I don't see myself just ending here at rap. At some point, I don't want to really be very active in rap. You know, at some point, I want to be something bigger than the game. You know, more of a creative director or whatnot, get into the business side of things. Maybe, you know, change careers, do photography or, you know, film or whatever. You know, there's just so much in here that I feel like there's still more that I'm going to explore.
And do the kids understand like what mommy does, or are they like, are you, because like you had beef with your dad always, that like the studio always, and you know now you record from home and whatever, it's cool, but do kids understand that mommy has this time that's sacred? That
no,
I
feel they're too small to understand what's going on. There is that discomfort when I need to be away all the time because it's either, you know, I'm meeting this person for that, or I'm here for an interview, or this and that, you know. And in the evenings, I'm home, but I'm not with them because I'm working. You know, it's always like working. Put them to bed, we feed, we whatnot and stuff like that, bath, and then after that, you know, work. There's no bedtime, story time, and all of that, especially in a time like this where I'm trying to finish something, you know. But hey, I turned out okay. They'll be fine.
Cool.
They'll be okay. Because I mean, if I work hard enough, the benefits that come with what I'm doing for them, you know, they're gonna thank me. If I sit on my ass and I'm lazy and this whole career thing amounts to nothing, then they've got a reason to be like, you know what, you are such an asshole. All of that time that you spent away from us for what? For zip, you know what I mean? So yeah.
Right.
African hip hop blog.
That was my interview with BK, and this is the song that she's on by Envy, titled Skubu, featuring her, BK, and Black Les.
I wanna know boys, give me them a gang, and you know nuggets with him a changora. Usebe wang tafola wampota gabo, you know who, or you know what, huh? I don't care about that. I got brothers, baby, who know you, and you know not. You not aware about that. What you know about me, brah? Me, toro gari kita, bora foro boba gari tika. Mami not 100, but she out here in front of Erutoma gari klipa. Bare bone, bare red twaka. Mamelodi, bare din taka.
On the text DJ, I see it. Text DJ, I see it. Oh, na na, oh, na na. 6 to 6, I see shit. On the text DJ, I see it.
Busy got me no pine, Rico Span, Yaga Zakara to relax a bomb. Toti Chechas, got Toti Pex, and sorry, put my this. Yeah, Nora Teta Mama, how chicken at so. Are sick is a bonus is still, is a bonus is sick, is a bonus is still, is a bonus is sick, is a bonus is still. Put the pedal to the floor and let's go. And this song got your girl hanging out the window. Oh, and don't be telling me things I really don't like. Don't have time for peace, really deep on fight. My girlfriend's like, baby, don't fight, baby. Born and when I get nice. I haven't been out, it's been a long time.
There you have it. That is Skubu Envy featuring BK and Black Les. And to close out this week's podcast, we're going to play something from Boolz. We recently reviewed his latest mixtape, the Lo-Fi Tape Side A. Boolz has been releasing a lot of stuff recently. So head on over to the blog to see what he's got. And this is the song Ekasi, which we recently reviewed. That being said, don't forget to like and follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram, at African AHHB. Follow us on our Viber public chat, the African Hip Hop Blog. And of course, don't forget to follow me at Phil Chard. This is Boolz Ekasi. See you guys that week.
Don't get like this, puno bandits and born and pillow, boom, you bomb. Cooler than your heroes. Killing the shots, Joe. Simple Lango Nemo. I'm a beast for the new Joe. Meaning I said super Joe. Niti Mali, young get cause and bano pila ka plum with Joe. Yeah, we can solo consequence. Pumispan, Zatolikas. Shala is a pop solo consequence. 29, Punanikas. This is for my chita, I'm a Pumikas. This is for my miti, I'm a Pumikas. This is for the bosses, I'm a Pumikas. This is for my cherry, I'm a Pumikas. Style my stroke big, style my stroke big. Yan bona nam, I'm going hard. Yeah, go and complain. No, yeah, me care last second. Yeah, Joe for a few seconds. Now it's back like karma, and I'm sitting here, I don't feel threatened. Sailing in Nip Yam, my melly feet sound. Mojos the hate is okay. Lindeli strip is sunny. Nyani Angulali, there's a better ever sunny. So just stick to what you know. Sing a piggy sunny. Yeah, we can solo consequence. Pumispan, Zatolikas.
Hlala esabab solo kwenze gas. Mama nine, kumnandi gas. This is for my jita, I'm a booming gas. This is for my miti, I'm a booming gas. This is for the bosses, I'm a booming gas. This is for my cherry, I'm a booming gas. Holiday every weekend, kumnanda bekasi bumnandi don't end. Selling go 10, my miti a grand. Consistent Zampala and sitting a band. You understand, yandiva litini na Joe. Basically I am the man. Soon fani sanes mohu Joe. Goban pete istali si grand. Kumlo yam selim klope. Buzi kaka kau tope. Kupi kata kau bobe. Goban funu papa jengobe. Ama miti funa onge. Mali yonge funa yonge. Koni se zauchicha kau tina na machita si songe. Yeah, weekend solo kwenze gas. Kumespan zatole gas. Hlala esabab solo kwenze gas. Mama nine, kumnandi gas. This is for my jita, I'm a booming gas. This is for my miti, I'm a booming gas. This is for the bosses, I'm a booming gas. This is for my cherry, I'm a booming gas. Lord Boolz, for the gas is on. I mean, Rude Will just born. Sarah, Bonnie, Carlito, no Costa.
I used to play kay boss African hip hop blog Hande.